Hi everyone, I'm Marcella, and today's video we're going to relax our back. Okay. Now I have back issues. Right now I'm recovering from an SI joint issue, and whenever I'm in pain, I've been practicing this pose here, and it just really helps me to relax my back, relaxes my muscles, just to get out of that place of pain. So there can be so many things that are going on in regards to our back. It can be, a structural issue. It can be a muscular issue. Like myself, it could be SI joint issue. It can also be an emotional issue. There's stress, anxiety. There's so many factors that can weigh into back pain. With that being said, if you've been experiencing back pain for quite a while now, I highly recommend going to see a professional, a doctor, a chiropractor, osteopath, just to get a diagnosis to kind of see what is going on with your back, as I feel a diagnosis always does kind of help with any kind of treatment for your back. Now, with that being said, I'm going to put my disclaimer up for you all right now. Okay, so let's get on with relaxing our back. So we're going to use a couple of things. First thing that I like to use lavender oil. So lavender oil is renowned for stress, anxiety. It's renowned for helping you to calm down. So with the back, we know sometimes that muscular tension can be causing that back pain. And lavender oil can help to relax the muscles that are contracting and maybe giving us back pain. So that's why I like lavender oil. I like to smell it and then and then sometimes rub it into the place where it's kind of hurting me. So we're going to use a little bit of lavender oil. We're going to use a yoga strap. If you don't have one, you can also use a belt as well. But I highly recommend getting a yoga strap. They're not that expensive. You can get them on Amazon. And we're also going to use an eye mask, because this really helps us to relax, go into that place of stillness. So I like to use one. Sometimes I'll put a couple of drops of lavender oil on my eye mask as well, just to relax my face, relax my eyes. If you don't have an eye mask, I highly recommend just using a sock, obviously a clean sock, just to put over the eyes. So if you don't have all these things to hand, go ahead and put the pause button on. But before you do that, we're also going to use either a stool, like I'm going to be using here, or you can use a kitchen chair or a dining room chair, or another favorite is to use the couch. Okay, you'll bring all your mat, all your stuff, all your toys on the floor close to your couch, and you'll see why. And I also recommend getting some blankets as well. Okay, so how we're going to do this. We're going to lie on the floor. Now, if you cannot get onto the floor because of back pain, you can do this in bed. However, you're not going to use a stool or a chair or a couch, but instead you can prop your knees up, you can prop your feet up with pillows, blankets, bolsters, etc. So we're going to make our little space. Now, coming onto the floor. If you come onto the floor and you know that once laying on the floor, it starts to get a little bit too hard on your back, I recommend getting a blanket, opening up that blanket, and lie on top of the blanket. And that's just going to make it a little bit more cushiony for you. Okay, so you can use a nice blanket. provide a little cushion underneath you. And then you want to have another blanket to place underneath your head. Okay, now the rule of thumb for a blanket underneath the head is you want just enough support underneath the head where you're not feeling any kind of strain in the front of the neck. Enough to, but you also want to keep the spine straight as well. So a rule of thumb is just kind of less is more. So for me, that works enough for me. Okay, I don't like too much lifting of my head. It kind of jacks up my neck a little bit. And that's what we don't want to do here. We want to totally relax the back as we lay here. So then we're going to start to make our way where we lie down onto our back. And as we do this, you want to bring the backs of your calves onto the stool, onto the chair, or onto the couch. And you want to be supported from the knee, back of the knee, all the way to the foot, okay? So, move my blanket a little closer, I think. We'll start to make your way. So we're lying just like this, okay? Look at how my legs are. This is how you want your legs. You don't want your legs like this or like that, as that's not going to relax your back at all. You want to have, as I mentioned before, the support come right underneath in the back of the knee and support all the way down to the ankles. And I brought the blanket underneath my neck here, underneath my head. So the blanket is supporting just my head, not half a shoulder, half my head. And then we're going to get our yoga strap, or you can use a belt if you don't have a yoga strap. And we're going to strap up our legs. Now, the reason for this is when we start to relax, we don't want our knees, our legs to kind of relax out like this. That puts too much of a strain onto the hip joint. Instead, by strapping them up or belting them up, you'll relax the hips in the back by giving them some time off from working. And then that's how the hip muscles and the adductors and the thighs will fully relax. So I've just belted my legs enough where my thigh bone, the femur bone, is still right in line with my hip joint. And as I previously said, this allows my hips to just relax. It allows my adductors, the thighs, all of this area just to relax here. They're not doing any work to keep my legs in this position. The strap, the belt is doing all the work for them. And then, well, if you're wearing glasses, take your glasses off, put them to the side. Go ahead and get your essential oil. All you need is just one drop. Rub the palms. Go ahead and cup your hands over the nose and mouth and just breathe it in. And already, just that act alone, my body is already starting to relax. I can feel my muscles starting to relax and let go. And maybe rub it into anywhere where you're feeling a little bit of stress and tension. Back of the neck. just to relax a little bit more here. And then once you've gotten comfortable, then you're going to use your eye mask and cover up your eyes, okay? And then your choice, you can let your hands just rest onto your belly. If I really want to really relax my upper back and my neck, I like to bring my arms kind of like in an upside down V position. Hopefully you can see this all in the video. So my arms are about 10 to 12 inches away from my torso, and my palms are rotating up. And what this does is it helps my shoulder heads to roll back. And so my neck and my jaw can all start to relax a little bit more here. And once you've gotten into the space, once you're feeling, you can really just let go here. We're going to do our breath awareness. And our breath awareness is part of my pranayama series, Developing the Breath. You can always go and check that video out. But with our breath awareness, this is where we do just that. We are just aware of our breath. We are literally lying back and just watching our breath. We're resisting any urges to control the breath, modify the breath in any way. Just breathing. And whenever your mind gets distracted by thoughts, which it will do, without any judgment, just come back to your breath. Allowing your body to relax into the exhales. And then to come out of this, you can wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Take the eye mask off, put it to the side. Unbelt your legs. Sometimes I like to hug my knees into the chest. And then slowly just and carefully start to move the chair, the stool out of the way for you. Now, we don't want to hurt ourselves getting back up, right? Especially after we've relaxed our back. So what I like to tell people, or how I teach people, or what I do for me, is roll all the way over onto the belly, onto the arms, and then making your way back up to a comfortable seated position. Now, we were only there for a couple of minutes, so I invite you, when you're practicing this, be there for as long as you can. Work your way up to 5 minutes, maybe even into 10 minutes, or just till you feel no back pain at all, where you're feeling, your back is feeling nice and relaxed and kind of spacious. Okay, so that's going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you like it, please subscribe. There's a lot more coming your way. And with that, stay well, stay healthy, and I'll see you soon. Bye.